Okay, as we're getting ready to start the show, to you people out there that are watching on La La Land, my name is Longevity John, owner, operator, and sometimes janitor of the Duncan Showroom. But here we are, live casting. Now, that music you were just listening to, that last band was a band called Moulette. And if all goes well, they're going to be here this summer for the 39 Days of July again, because this thing that we got is we're all doing what we're supposed to do. I'm glad to see everyone in the audience has actually got their social distancing going on. No sense gathering all up to the front. That's really cool. This is going to be our last performance. It's going to have an audience for the next little while. So you guys are very fortunate to be here for this particular incident, so to speak. We're going to do our best to maintain our future. It's a difficult one. It's always a hard time to keep the arts and cultural sector alive, specifically without tax money. That's why we always have our hand out when we're asking our community to back us. And we've been very fortunate up to this time where we have people such as Marcia Todd right here, who so far, I think it's been over $5,000 she's given us, in the since December, what the heck? Okay, another 1,000 to us. Thank you very much, my dear. Now, that gives her the option to come to as many shows as she wants. She's been to a Shirley Gnome show before. That's why she's here. But it's people like that do that. And there's also another lady who's not here tonight, Helen Nation, who put up $500, not for her husband, just for herself. He has to pay to get in, right? That's her little treat to herself, to come to as many shows as she wants to in 5 months. And those little things like that are going to help us stay alive. And one of the other things that's going to help us stay alive is while we're doing our broadcasting, our live stream broadcasting, we're going to be doing it in the next little while without audience. So we're asking people who are sitting at home to partake in some of these shows, see who they are, donate. That's how we're going to stay alive. The whole music industry's gone for a shit. It really has. And everybody in the entertainment business, it's going to be really difficult. A lot of people are going to be out of pay, no one expected this. So we're going to do our best to fool around with it and see what we can do to make, out of every door that closes, there's got to be one that opens. Speaking of which, Stephen Fearing got a hold of me today. He cannot, unfortunately, be able to do his CD release, which was planned for the Winspear Theatre down in Sydney on Wednesday night. 400 tickets were sold. That's a big hit financially. And Martin Joseph last night, for example, his next 8 shows in the States, gone, right? So, and he's over here in Canada. But he watched our video last night, which is pretty good of Martin Joseph. He watched it. And so Stephen got a hold of me today. And the reason I bring that up is because Stephen and Martin are having supper right now. I like that. But Stephen got a hold of me and said, look, is there any way that we can come up here and we can do a live stream of the show with no audience? And we'll put it out there on Facebook. We're going to do this whole big push on it. So all of his team back in Toronto is going to get on it. We know that Tom Wilson and Colin Linden will be also putting it out there. So a lot of people are going to find out about the Duncan Showroom, which is very cool. But once you know about it, that's fine. It's still taking that time to take the dollar out of your pocket. YouTube is free. And all those other ones are free to us, but somehow or other we got to take that responsibility to help each other get through this, right? It doesn't have to be vast quantities of money, just enough to, to give us incentive to keep on doing what we're doing. Right? And it's going to be fun anyway. So Stephen's going to do that on Wednesday, and Terry David Mulligan, who won't be here, was going to be doing a live interview through a monitor with Stephen about the album while it's going on. So there's all sorts of interesting new light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm saying that mostly I want you guys to all think about that. Don't look at this as a door closure. I got a bunch of stuff I'm going to get done around the house. There's a board up over there that's finally going to get painted. There's a curtain over there that's going to be actually tugged up. There's one back there that needs to be stapled a few more. All those little things are going to get done. I'm actually excited about having this somewhat of a vacation to do the things that I'm going to have to do because of self-isolation. So anyway, enjoy what you got to live through, because there's no sense getting down about it. We got to live through it all. Now, before we get on with Shirley Gnome, she brought a friend of hers along, Wes Borg. Now, when I put that name out there, a guy came up to me and said, Wes Borg, wasn't he on the Debaters? Yeah, he's been on there, but he came from Edmonton originally. And he's more, the humor you think of, it comes from Fringe. You understand Fringe, right? Fringe Festival's a little bit different than stand-up comedy, right? It's got a different inflection about it. There's a whole, it's wonderful. And you know who does it really well? Wes Borg. And you know what? He's going to do it for us right now. If you give him a round of applause, get him on the stage, please. Wes Borg.
Please remain seated. So glad we didn't go over 250. It would have been very embarrassing. You guys are beautiful looking. It's really nice to be able to open for Shirley. I'm absolutely terrified. Well, don't tell me how to feel. There we go. Do you guys like puppies? Oh, good. I really, really like puppies. So much so that I wrote a song about puppies, and it's called I Love Puppies. And it goes exactly like this. The other day I saw a puppy. He was small and brown and furry and cute. I really liked the time I saw the puppy. He jumped and barked and laughed and licked my boot. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I love puppies. I just love them so motherfucking much. Suck my balls and lick my dick, I love puppies. I clean my pants with everyone I touch. Everybody, fuck me in the face, I love a puppy. I saw one time eat a blade of grass. And if I ever see you hurt a puppy, I'll cut your balls off, then I'll shove them up your ass, because I love puppies so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is this song about what an asshole I am? Can I get a little less guitar in the monitors, please? Everybody needs somebody sometime. Everybody leans a little bit. But when it comes to those who really love you, sometimes it's hard to give a shit. And sometimes I don't care about your problem. And sometimes I don't care about your pain. Sometimes I pray that you shut your mouth and let me get back to my video game. You know there's nothing sweeter than the sound of your soft voice, but if you say one more word I will lose my mind. Just shut up for a minute and I'll try to find a safe point, and I'll pretend to listen while you whine. But I know your boss is an asshole, and I know your sister lied. Someone at work is stealing from your purse. So go on Facebook, call a friend. I don't give a shit. Can't you see I'm trying to save the universe? And right now I don't care about your problem. And right now I don't care about your pain. Right now I pray that you shut your mouth and let me get back to my video game. You see, the thing is, baby, is that the Emperor Zorgalon has invaded the multiverse with his army of nanobots, okay? And apparently, I'm the only person who could save all of life across all possible known universes and expansion packs. So you can see how that's a little more important to me than your mom's new boyfriend. Fuck your mom, fuck her boyfriend, and... You're beautiful, you're funny, you're talented and smart. I love you and I hope you still love me. I'm on the final level, I won't be playing long. Then we can watch that fucking chick show on TV. And after that I'll care about your problem. And after that I'll hold you in your pain. Then I'll rub your back and I'll kiss your mouth, and you can tell me what an asshole I have been. Woo. This is a lovely room. I went to the wrong one because the last time I played here, I guess they were in a different location. But it's exactly the same. Just a little bigger and a little weirder, if you can believe that. This is a song about love. I've found that one of the best ways to get people to really come together in a spirit of camaraderie and all beauty, that one of the best things to do is to just find something that we can all hate together. So this is called the Toronto song. hate the Sky Dome and the CN Tower too. I hate Nathan Phillips Square, the Metro Zoo. The rent's too high, the air's unclean, the beaches are dirty and the people are mean. The women are big and the men are dumb, and the children are loopy because they live in a slum. The water is polluted and the mayor's a dork. They dress real bad and they think they're New York. In Toronto, Ontario. You feel that? Feel that wave of love just spreading out through the audience? But you know what? To be honest, it's not really fair for us to derive our love from the hatred of the people of Toronto, because there are assholes all over Ontario. I hate Thunder Bay and Ottawa, Kitchener, Windsor, and Oshawa. London sucks, and the Great Lakes suck, and Sarnia sucks, and Turkey Point sucks. You know, I took a trip to Ontario one time, and I got off the plane, and some people said, "Hey, Wes, why don't you come with us? We're going for a ride on the GO train." And I said, "I'm not getting on no train full of goats, okay? You know, back where I'm from, we make our goats walk. We put them in a bus, give them some money for a cab. We don't have a whole mass transit system just for goats. You people are idiots." That's what I said to them. Ontario sucks. But you know, as I stand here and feel the warmth of your SARS-ridden germs flowing up onto the stage for me, I can't help but feel like, gosh darn it, I hate every province and territory in this great big sprawling country of ours, except whichever one I happen to be performing in right now. For example, I hate Newfoundland because they talk so weird, and Prince Edward Island is too small. Nova Scotia's dumb because that's the name of a bank. New Brunswick doesn't have a good mall. Quebec is revolting and it makes me mad. Ontario sucks, it just fucking sucks. Manitoba's population density is 1.9 people per square kilometer. What a bunch of idiots! Saskatchewan is boring and the people are old. And as for the territories, they're too cold. And the only really good thing about the province of Alberta is that it's right next to us. 'Cause British Columbia doesn't suck. But Nanaimo kinda does. That was unfair. That was unfair to the good people of Nanaimo. So John mentioned I got two more songs for you, and then your beautiful, amazing Shirley Noam is going to be out here and entertain you properly. This is a song, I did a debaters episode recently, and they asked me to argue, the premise was everyone should be in a band. And they asked me to argue for that. And the only way I could think to do it was to suggest that everyone should be in a band, so that they can learn that their dreams are pointless and they should give up on them as soon as possible. I wrote this song for that. It's for any aspiring musicians. Pay attention. Get in the van, get in the van. Even though it smells like a dive bar can, we'll drive 1,000 K to play for just one fan. Get in the van. We're a Canadian band, we got no dental plan, but we don't give a damn, we're gonna live on spam. So shut your hoser mouth, get in the van. Where's the road, where the hell is the road? I can't see the line, we're all gonna die. There's a semi in the ditch, this is no way to get rich. When the tour is over and you get back home, you're probably gonna have to get a payday loan. The band is in debt, you got kids you never met, and a haircut you no longer believe in. Maybe it's time to change your name back to Steven. I mean, the Walmart's probably not gonna hire somebody named Spooge. But hey, you tried, you failed, you played, you bailed, you did everything you can. You got wasted and burned, but aren't you happy you learned? Aren't you happy that you got in the van? Because everyone should be in a band. Thank you. unplug this guitar, if that's all right. Are we gonna do this? Play the piano for final song. I do like to end the show by playing something to make all of you very, very sexually aroused. For each other, not don't worry about me. I'm good. This is a song I wrote just to get everybody all in that romantic mood. Get ready for Shirley, and so that means, of course, I have to play the piano. There are three things about this song that make it incredibly sexy. One of them is that it's in 3/4 time, right? The sexiest time signature. The other thing is that it's entirely in French, and I don't know French, but I found my grade 8 textbook, and the song is in French. I just might have a bit of an accent for all hardcore Quebecois in the audience tonight. Bonjour, Monsieur Thibault. Bonjour, Guy. Comment ça va? Ça va bien. Merci, et vous? Oh, ça va. Je suis, ça va. Ça va bien. Je travaille aux bibliothèques. Je mange à la cafétéria. Je regarde Nicole. Et voici des moutons. Oh, des moutons. Voici des petits moutons. Bé, bé. Et l'autobus. L'autobus est dans l'école avec les pommes de terre. Aux discothèques, aux salles de bain, au vendredi. Oh, 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 aïe, 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 aïe. Qu'est-ce que c'est?